There's all these things that are occurring inside the invisible listener, which is you. And you're inviting the attention of the invisible listener all the time. And like Maharaj says, the speaking and all of that is basically just to keep conveying and inviting the attention of the invisible listener, because you're doing the speaking and the listening, and the listener knows that it's the speaker. And then what is blocking this listening and speaking as one and the same is this idea about body. How deep is this idea about body? Is there still a body consciousness? Is there still body knowledge on this body consciousness? Is this not there? Is there still a touch and a feeling of being in a body? All these things are blocking the idea that the listener and speaker are one and the same. Like most people would say, this is weird. It's an undoing of everything that you believe had been done. And just returning to your natural state without the mind presents ideas and beliefs and thought in form, and you know yourself as formless. So all this is discarded. You're still doing your job and doing your duties, and the very activities and all this kind of stuff is still being done, but you absolutely know there can be no doer, because you know yourself in a real sense, this formlessness. And all this form is appearing inside that. And then the more mantra, then the body knowledge dissolves, the body consciousness dissolves, the thinker dissolves, and then the touch of this body dissolves, and this touch of this I am or I exist dissolves, and then you're nothing but everything.
It's like a little salt doll in the ocean, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, it goes so much against. Oh, I think Keith has a comment there.
It's only weird from my usual perspective. Yeah, from how you've been viewing the world through this limited sense of self, and it's just not that way. You know, they talk about the wave, viewing itself as a wave, and then, you know, and if all the waves were together and they're headed towards the shore and they're like, oh my God, we're going to die. You know, when we get to that sand, we're going to die. It's going to be our end. I've seen it. Look at those over there. They're hitting the shore and dying. Oh, this is terrible. But there never were separate. There never was a wave. It's an ocean in movement. I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
No, I was just going to say, one of the things that came to me this week about, you know, like Siddha Rameshwara, I know in Amrit Laya, he said something like, what is seen is not real, what is real is unseen. And that is like 100% contrary to our conditioning. You know, in other words, what's not seen is real, and everything that is seen is not. Nothing that's seen is real, and that is so contrary to our conditioning. It's just like, you know, it's like turning around absolutely and totally, completely, and going in a totally different direction. It just, you know, it's just really. But he's basically saying the whole thing that we are formless. You know,
remain with that formlessness, observing form. And knowing that if you're formless, then form doesn't affect you at all. Form is appearing inside of the formlessness, because as formlessness, there can't be a separation, even with, as Ramakant Maharaj all the time says, the walls of a house, when they fall, there's no separation because the space is everywhere. And it's the same thing. You remain with your selfless self, And absolutely the unseen. The unseen is you, and everything that's seen is appearing inside of you. And as the body consciousness and even the touch of this body dissolve, 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 then you'll be seeing from your natural formless state without even the thought that you're seeing in form.